Hey guys, this is Dennis from DxSale, and I'm going to be showing you how to launch your own overflow sale. Okay, so basically our domain, as you guys know it, is either dx.app or dxsale.app. We shortened it to dx.app. I'm going to go to dx.app to start, and then you can see my wallet is already connected. So what I'm going to go ahead and show you is if your wallet is not connected, you will see this connect wallet button here. So you just select that and connect the wallet that you're using. So we support 3 or 4 browser extensions right now. We just added the new Trust Wallet extension. So if you use that, definitely check it out. We have a bunch of mobile wallets, and we obviously have Wallet Connect support. So for now, because I'm using MetaMask, I'm going to connect my wallet here. So if you see our home page is updated, we have direct access buttons here, so you can create your launch. You can, mint your tokens right away. For this scenario, I'm going to need a token, so I'm just going to quickly mint a token. You can see I already had a test one here. Let's go with a burn token. So I'm going to call it overflow burn. OFB is a symbol, 18 decimal places. The supply of the token, let's just stick to my favorite, 100,000. The reflection fee basically is how many tokens are sent back to users on every trade. So if it's 1%, then every trade, like let's say you trade 100 tokens, 1 token is taken and split among all holders of the token. So if you do 1%, that's how that works. Burn rate is basically every transaction also burns tokens and sends it to the dead address. So in this case, you will have, like, let's say if I do 1% of 100 token transaction, 1 token will be burned. So this is good for adding deflationary mechanisms. Obviously, we also have a dev fee. So if you want to, get paid or for every transaction, which helps you with development and different things. So it's definitely good to have. For development wallet address, I would just use my test wallet here. Yeah, so I'm going to mint the token. Asking me to log in for some reason, but I will go ahead and do that. Yeah, so you can see DxSale is free to use right now. So the fee that you see here is actually the network transaction fee. So it does cost a little bit of money to execute the transaction. Since you're creating a new contract, it's not going to be completely free. So it does cost about $7 here. Okay, so once you create your transaction, you can see our all new transaction modal. Essentially, it's a lot easier to view your transaction, view the progress, and get notifications of the process. So you can see here now that my token is minted. What sets us apart from competitors is that we do provide a manage modal. So once you have your token created, you can directly manage it from here. You can change your fees, you can change the developer wallet, etc. Different things you can do here. What I would recommend when doing a pre-sale is before it's launched, always disable the fees. You don't want to have any issues with the pre-sale itself, so disable the fees for sure. And here you see, okay, let the transaction finish. There's an option to include address and fees or exclude address from fees. So make sure you add the pre-sale address here so that users that are contributing to the sale and then claiming their tokens later don't have to pay fees when claiming their tokens. Go to the create sale page. So the create sale page is updated. Every type of sale that we ever support will be shown here. Anyway, so let's get to the create step. I'm gonna go here and click create overflow. So the first thing it asks you is to enter your token address. Here you enter either if you have a custom token. If you minted with us, you will see your token names here, so you can just click that and it should show up. So you can see my total supply was 100K, and that's the contract address, so easy way to verify it. You can, if that wasn't the right token, just click use a different token and you can select your other minted token. So we're gonna go back here, select that. So essentially here, pre-sale amount, I'm going to go ahead and put 50. That's about 50,000. It's just a rounding thing. It should be correct in the actual sale. And I'm gonna give 35% to liquidity. So this is the tokens that are added to the swap that you choose. So if you choose Pancake Swap, right, you'll get 35,000 tokens added to the swap. with the percentage of liquidity that you had. So the next step, you need to enter a soft cap. So if the pre-sale doesn't hit the soft cap, you won't be able to finalize the sale. So I think the limit right now is that your hard cap of the pre-sale has to be at minimum 10, at maximum 10x of your soft cap. So if you set it to 1 BNB, the maximum you can raise from a sale is 10 BNB. So just be wary of that, and that's just to stop people from exploiting, setting hard cap to soft cap to 0.01 and doing, like 1,000 BNB raise, but only raising one, and then just, finalizing the sale with that, which isn't fair. So essentially, we want to make sure that, the maximum, that the hard cap can only be 10 times the soft cap. So people don't set too small soft caps. For our test purposes, though, I'm just going to set it to 0.01. Minimum contribution is the minimum a wallet can contribute. Set it in small. Maximum how much a wallet can contribute. On Binance Smart Chain, we support 2 swaps. I think various other chains have different exchanges. For example, Avalanche is Trader Joe. So just make sure you select the right swap that you want to list your token to. And liquidity is how much liquidity of the raised funds. So if you raise 10 BNB, how many of those BNB do you want to provide to the swap so people can actually buy and sell their token? So 80% in this case would say that if you raise 10 BNB, 8 is going to the swap and 2 is coming back to your wallet. So I'm going to hit next here. This is the description and social section. So basically you can add your logos, different logo links. Don't need to use that one. Not that one either. Just have a bunch of logos here from testing. Thor, perfect. Let's use this for our logo and banner. Okay, that looks good. We'll use that. Website, I will just put DxSale. YouTube, something, yeah. NFT Brawlers is our gaming project, so I'll put that there. Telegram, Twitter. And then now we have actual customizable text box, so you can put, headings here, essentially. So here you can see I made that a heading. This is the test. You can add quotes, you can resize text, you can make it bold. So like overflow, I can make that bold. And then you can view how it looks on here. So you see that's what it will look like on the thing. Okay, so once I hit next here, you can see there's more features that aren't enabled until the pre-sale is listed. So we have the option to change your listing pair. So if you want to list with a stable coin, BUSD, USDT, USDC, you can change that once the sale is live. So you can't do it right now when the sale is not created. Vested claim is basically if you want your users to be able to claim their tokens in partial releases rather than all at once. It actually helps reduce buy pressure. And then whitelist is a traditional whitelist where you can set specific wallets that can contribute to the sale. Next up is the start time. So when do we want to start the pre-sale? For me, let's say I want to start it at 5. I don't know if I will be able to start it this early because we did have a limit before where it was 10 minutes, but I think we did reduce it. So actually I would just go with the 10-minute limit. So let's go 5:12. And then the end time, I will set it to 5:30. That way I can, if possible, demo it to you guys. And then liquidity unlock time, minimum is 1 month, so just be wary of that. I'm just gonna, April. And then the last step is if you have a referral code from one of our partners like Ideal Presales, you can enter that there. It will get you a discount on the listing of the sale. But I mean, right now it's free to list, so it's up to you if you want to use that. It will give them a portion of the fees that we earn as well. Soon we'll have a referral program that other people can sign up for, so just keep an eye out for that. Okay, so last step is once you've set up all your sale parameters is to just preview your overflow. So if everything looks good, it says your data seems valid, please double check with the preview. So just look at the information here. It tells you, how much tokens are being sent for the pre-sale, for liquidity. Security tokens for security is basically tokens that will be returned to you or burned. It's just to make sure that if somebody somehow gets 1 or 2 tokens or 3 tokens and they list on the DEX before you, it will give us the option to fix the price before listing the pre-sale. So that's what that's for. And then you can see there's 15% of tokens unlocked. So these tokens, if you're not going to use them right away, I recommend using DxLock to lock them up. Otherwise it will show them as unlocked. Okay, so I'm going to go with the next step, which is create the overflow. And then if everything looks good, you won't see an error here. If you do see an error, it might show that you're paying a lot of fees to create, but just go ahead and create it and it will tell you what the error actually is. If you confirm it, it won't charge you that much money. It will just tell you what the bug is. So in this case, it shows my overflow is created. You can view the transaction. Here it shows you on BSC scan, the transaction was confirmed. If you go back here, it brings you to our manage page. This was the pre-sale we just created. If you click manage sale, it will open it up. And the first 2 things you need to do for an overflow sale is you need to deposit the tokens that are for the pre-sale and liquidity. So I'm gonna start with that. Once I confirm that, the next step is essentially setting the hard cap. So how much total do you want to raise? Like even if somebody contributes 1,000 BNB, what do you want your overflow cap to be? So if you remember, my soft cap was 0.01 and I told you that you can only do 10x. So technically maximum I can raise for this pre-sale is 0.1. So I'm actually going to try 0.2, see if it errors out. And yeah, so you see the warning is there. It has to be a maximum of 10x. So I'm just going to do 0.1. There's a max button here, so you can just click that actually, and it'll give you the max you're allowed to set. So once that's set, then your pre-sale is officially good to go. Once this is updated, you'll see, I'll show you the pre-sale page. So essentially, we also have something called KYC. Basically, we have a bunch of KYC partners that you can see here. You can KYC with any of them, and what happens is once you get KYC'd, you get a badge on your pre-sale that shows that your sale is KYC'd. So what I'm going to show you here is if you go KYC, you will see that there's several pre-sales that have this KYC. Oh wait, it's still loading. I think the KYC filter takes a few seconds, so give it a few seconds. Either that or I clicked something wrong. But you can see our pre-sale is right there. It shows that it's a DX Mint sale. So then you can see our logo and banner and everything is there. You can see our description that was written. Switch KYC now. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so you see there's these KYC badges on it. So definitely if you are making a big project and trying to raise more funds, you want that verification for users that you're a legitimate sale. So try and get those KYC and audit badges. I'm going to go back to our sale, which is here, and you can see our social links are all there as well. You can click view, and then this will show you the overflow information we entered. You can see there's a manage button here since we're the owner. There's the description. You can see we did bold on the overflow. Your socials are all here on the right. YouTube video, number of contributors, the DEX you're listing on is PancakeSwap, and it shows the pre-sale starts in 7 minutes and 33 seconds. So we're gonna have to wait for that. And what I'm gonna do is get Raf to actually cut this waiting time here. So let's just wait. Let's just give it a few minutes. And then I will come back, and once the pre-sale is ready to start, I will show you how to contribute to it and finalize it. Yeah. And I'm back. So you can see there's about 50 seconds left until the sale starts. Before it starts, I will just give you a heads up. So you see we have a trending rank up here now. To get on that list, your community basically has to vote for your sale, and they can just come on your pre-sale page and click vote. And the more users that you get voting for your sale, the more likely you are to trend. It does show how much are voted there, and it costs each user about 72 cents. So now you can see the pre-sale is actually live. So the buy button just became active. I'm going to put, let's say the hard cap is 0.1, and I think I set the max contribution to 10. So in this case, it's going to be 0.1, and I'm just gonna hit buy there. And then, the user gets their normal modal transaction from MetaMask or whichever wallet they're using. I'm just gonna hit confirm. And as you can see, the sale is filled already there. So it shows that you can view your transaction history. Right now it shows you your reserve tokens are 50,000. So essentially the entire pre-sale supply. But as more users contribute, your amount will go. Okay, so with the second wallet, I'm also going to contribute 0.1. Just hit buy. And you can see now that the pre-sale has more than what we contributed. You're gonna see your refund. So in this case, we're going to get a 0.05 BNB refund, and your reserve tokens are half of the supply for the pre-sale. So since I contributed 0.1 and my other wallet contributed 0.1, so this user will get 25K, which is 50%. The other will get 25, and they're gonna get a refund of half of their BNB contributed. So that's essentially how an overflow works. Of course, we still support emergency withdrawal, so there's a fee, I think, to withdraw early. But yeah, it's there. So if you need to take your funds out for whatever reason, use that at your own risk, because the normal withdrawal will happen if the pre-sale is canceled. Emergency withdrawal, there's a small fee, I think 10%. So just be wary of that if you use emergency withdrawal. So the sale is gonna end in 14 minutes. So the way an overflow works is you have to give the full time for the sale. So make sure you set your end time to a decent amount, because if you set something longer than a week, people might just get tired waiting, right? So I would recommend 3 to 4 days at max for your end time. So just be careful of that. But if you are a much bigger sale, then sometimes those bigger sales run their pre-sales for a month, so you can leave it running for a while. But just just know that you can't finalize your sale until that timer runs out. So if I switch back to my other wallet, and then I go back to the manage page, I should see my sale here. There it is. And now you can see, so it shows that it's filled. You have an overflow of 0.1 BNB. So the green represents the overflow, and you can cancel the overflow, obviously. You have different things here, your pre-sale address, your sale link. And like I mentioned before, there's all these extra features. So right now our pre-sale is only going to list against BNB. So this, you can change it to a different asset. This has to be enabled before your pre-sale is finalized. So just remember that you can't suddenly change your listing pair later on. So, depending on a bull or bear market, I would recommend listing. Like if you're in a bear market, like stable coins are the best things to list your coin against. But in a bull market, it's always better to list against the native token like BNB, because if BNB goes up, your token will do well as well. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave this. I'm not going to change it. There's the whitelist option here, so if you enable it, it's the transaction fees does cost 25 cents, but it is free to enable. Once it's enabled, you will see this menu down here. So you can enter your wallet address, other wallets that you want to whitelist, just check validity so that there's no duplicates, and then you just hit add to whitelist. So what I'm going to do here is I will take my account, and actually before I do that, I will show you the sale itself. If you go and view the sale again, you will see that whitelist is enabled and your wallet is not whitelisted. So now I can't contribute more to this. And you can see there's 0 wallets on the whitelist right now because I didn't add anything. But in this case, if I add my wallet address of my test wallet, and then I click add to whitelist. So you can add like 500 at a time. I recommend doing 500 at max. Don't exceed that. If you have like 10,000 wallets to add, just do 500 at a time. It might take some time, but that's the best way it'll work, and the transaction fee will be less. So now that I added that wallet, you can check the listed whitelist, the list of whitelists right now. So there's 1 wallet added. So I think that's good. What you can do now is if you go back to the presale page, you'll see that, okay, that wallet is whitelisted now. So you can see my wallet is added there. I'm able to buy more, but since I already bought the max, actually no, I can buy more. So if I want, I can, contribute another 0.1. And what that does is if I contribute more, I'm gonna get a bigger allocation of the presale tokens compared to the other wallets because the other one contributed less than me. So that's how the algorithm works. It basically allows everybody to get in, but basically who contributes more can also get more spots. Sorry, not more tokens. Yeah, so that's that. There's still 10 minutes left here for the pre-sale to start. So what I'm going to do is mute here, and then once the time expires, the video will continue and you guys can see it from there. And before I do that, you can see there's vested claim here as well. Vested claim just decides how many tokens your user is allowed to have, but this feature has to be enabled before your pre-sale start time. So make sure that if your pre-sale started already, you can't use this feature anymore. So for my case, I can't use it now, but you have to do this before the pre-sale starts. And that's just to ensure users know that you're enabling vested claim, that they can't get their tokens right away. So it's just a way to protect them. So just make sure if you're going to use this feature, it's enabled before your start time. So create your pre-sale, set your pre-sale to start in a day or two, and then while that you have that time between that day or two to set this feature on if you need it. Okay guys, I'm gonna take a 9-minute break and come back, and then we can show you how to finalize the sale. And I'm back. Okay guys, so because the timer is about to end, we can show you how to finalize and list the sale now. So you can see now it says sale ended. So you can see how much you raised, 0.3. Users can start a cancel countdown just in case a owner does not finalize the sale for a while. So this is obviously available to users. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So basically it gives owners 48 hours to list their pre-sale on the decentralized exchange. Otherwise anyone can cancel it. So it says the sale was successful and needs to be finalized. So what you do is you go back to manage your sale. Once it loads up, you will see this button here that says finalize overflow. Just a reminder that if you do finalize, make sure you know which pair you're listing with. I think it does give you that option here as well. Oh no, so yeah, so make sure you select the pair you want to list with at first. Now when you finalize, there's 2 options that we offer at DxSale. You can finalize and normally, and a part of the BNB raised plus some tokens, I think it's 2%, will be sent to DxSale. Or what you can do is finalize only with a percentage of the raised fund, so it'll be 5% of the raised will go to DxSale as a fee, whereas no tokens will be paid. So this is good if you guys don't want us holding any of your tokens at all. But just as a reminder, we do have a DAO that holds tokens, and it only allows us to sell a very small amount per day. So it would take us about 5 years to completely sell off any token. Doesn't matter which token. So DxSale does not dump tokens. So I mean, it's up to you which type of finalization you want to take. This will get you more BNB to your wallet. This will get less BNB to your wallet since we take some of that fee from the funds raised. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you the normal finalize here. Once you hit that, there's a transaction. And what finalizing does is basically list the presale on the decentralized exchange. So you can see now that it's finalized. We go back to the sale link, and you can see the sales ended, and now I can claim my tokens. So you see I will get this much BNB back to my wallet, and I will get this many tokens. So I'm just going to claim those. So that's this wallet, and then I had another test wallet that contributed. So you can see PancakeSwap and DEX Tools links here. So you can just click DEX Tools to view the chart, and you can click the PancakeSwap link to trade your token. So since I claimed the transaction is successful, so now I can click on PancakeSwap and go swap the token. So it should load the token here. I understand. Since this was a test token. Oh, I'm not connected with the correct wallet. Let me just make sure this wallet is connected. Perfect. So you can see I have, the tokens as the owner here. From the pre-sale, I got 33%, something like that. 0.133. Oh no, sorry, 33%. 33,000 tokens. So I can, obviously go and sell those here. And that's been correct there. So the remaining tokens were what was in my wallet from before for the pre-sale. So you can just oh wait, it won't PancakeSwap won't let you sell that high, I guess. I think you can enable advanced expert mode. Confirm. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sell 33,000 tokens. Need to approve it first. Oh, one thing I want to talk about is because your token was a DX Mint token, if you remember, we disabled all the fees. So for the users, you want to enable fees. Oh wait, we didn't disable fees, which is bad. And we also forgot to whitelist the wallet address. So one thing you should be wary of is when we created our sale, I'll show you here quickly. Manage sale. Is that there was a pre-sale address here. So because your users will be claiming tokens from this address, you want to make sure that's whitelisted. I'm gonna go back to DX Mint, load, manage, and I will exclude our pre-sale address from fees. Just make sure you do this before you finalize the sale. I kind of forgot about it because I was using a minted token. But if you have anything that has fees or like liquidity generation, anything like that, make sure it's excluded. The pre-sale address is excluded from that. And if you're using a liquidity generator token, make sure your liquidity generation feature is disabled until the token is listed. So in this case, I'm excluding the pre-sale address. So just remember to do that as well on your time. Otherwise, when your users are claiming tokens, they might get some burned and stuff. Okay, going back to the exchange, I approved the transaction and I'm going to swap it. Asking me to confirm because it's going to have a huge impact, and that's because the liquidity was so low. So I'm just going to hit confirm. Yeah, so that you can see it sold some of the tokens and I got some of them back. And if you look at the token, there you go. So yeah, that many came to my wallet. Perfect. And since I'm the owner, I didn't get charged any burn fees, but for a normal user, you will see more tokens being burned here. Okay, so that's pretty much it for how to create your overflow, how to manage it, and you can see it's completely done here. Now it's listed. The one last thing is the LP locker, so you can view your LP locker here at any time. Because I'm the owner, I can click manage and I can extend, change, and do different things there. Yep, and then once the timer expires, it'll also allow you to withdraw the locked liquidity there. And that's it. So I hope you guys like that. And if you have any more questions, you can join our DxSale chat. You can see the Telegram link there. Join there and ask in the support topic. Okay, guys. If you have any other questions, you can also DM me at any time. Talk to you guys later.